Good afternoon to all our viewers and welcome to Nation Now. I'm Aaron Lingdo. Let's take a look at our top story. Well, today is World Environment Day. Along with the rest of the world, Assam is also celebrating the occasion. The day is being observed in several parts of the state with various programs. And it's not just programs that are being done. On the occasion of the World Environment Day, a bicycle rally was taken out in Guwahati today. More than 100 cyclists took part in the rally, which was organized by the National Health Mission. Well, the rally began from the NHM's main office at Shrimanta Shankardev Road and was flagged off by the NHM Mission Director, Lakshmi Priya.
আমাৰ যিমান গাড়ী মটৰ হৈছে তাৰ পৰা যিমান প্ৰদূষণ হৈছে সেই প্ৰদূষণৰ প্ৰতিও আমি লক্ষ্য ৰাখিব লাগিব সাইকেল এতিয়া এনেকুৱা এটা ধৰক ব্যৱস্থা য'ত পৰিৱেশ দূষিত নহয় য'ত মানুহৰ স্বাস্থ্য ৰক্ষা হয় আৰু এই কাৰণে মই উঠি অহা প্ৰজন্মকো আহ্বান জনাম যে বিশ্ব পৰিৱেশ দিৱসৰ লগত সংগতি ৰাখি সকলোৱে সাইকেল চলোৱাৰ প্ৰতি আগ্ৰহ প্ৰকাশ কৰক আৰু আগবাঢ়ি আহক
গোটেই অসমত প্ৰত্যেকটা জিলাত কেইটামান এক্টিভিটিজ আয়োজন কৰিছে ওয়ার্ল্ড এনভায়রনমেন্ট ডে কাৰণে প্ৰত্যেকটা হেলথ সেন্টাৰত আমি 10টা গছপুলি ৰূপায়ণৰ প্ৰগ্ৰাম ৰাখিছে এইটো লগত সংগতি ৰাখি আমি আজি ষ্টেট হেডকোয়াৰ্টাৰত এটা সাইকেল ৰ্যালি আয়োজন কৰিছো
Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh has appealed to the people of the state to plant at least one tree to help build a green environment. Well, the Chief Minister's appeal comes amid the World Environment Day celebrations in the state. On the occasion, a state-level environment observation program was held at the sewage treatment plant in Imphal. Now, the program was attended by Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, along with other dignitaries, including State Environment and Climate Change Minister T.H. Biswajit Singh, MLA Karam Shyam, Chief Secretary Rajesh Kumar, the Additional Chief Secretary M.H. Khan, and Vice Chancellor of Dhana Manjuri University, Professor N. Rajmohan Singh. Now, besides, the program was also attended by officials from Directorate and many activists. And notably, the program was organized by the Directorate of Environment and Climate Change under the theme, Only One Earth.
On this very important World Environment Day, and the themes in the state of Manipur were having one earth. So on this day, I would like to give appeal to the people of the state to plant a tree so that we can save the world, and along with it, we should try to give a clean environment.
And meanwhile, World Environment Day was also observed in Itanagar. A plantation drive was carried out led by Environment and Climate Change Minister Mama Natung to mark the occasion. Itanagar Municipal Corporation Mayor Tame Pasang also took part in the event where saplings were planted along the National Highway 415 with the theme, Each One, Plant One. On the occasion of World Environment Day, we bring stories of people who have made an example by taking initiatives to save the environment. Now, one such noble initiative has been taken by a youth named Janak Lal Chaudhary, who has been undertaking a major plantation drive in North Guwahati. With the aim of providing greenery in the area and also provide trees for the birds and animals, Chaudhary has been planting about 1 lakh saplings. He has begun the massive sapling plantation drive at the Digeshwari Hill in North Guwahati in a bid to improve the green cover in the area.
পদক্ষেপটো আমাৰ স্থানীয় যুৱক মিস্টাৰ জনক চৰগিয়াৰী তেখেতে আৰু তেখেতৰ সংগীবৃন্দই যিটো পদক্ষেপ লৈছে এইটো গছপুলি ৰোপণৰ এইটো খুব ভাল পদক্ষেপ লৈছে আমি খুব আশাবাদী আছিলোঁ তেখেতৰ পৰা বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ গছপুলি যেনে ধৰক ফলমূল জাতীয় কিছুমান গছপুলি আছে আগন্তুক দিনত আমাৰ জীৱ-জন্তুবিলাকেও আহাৰ পাব ইয়াৰ পৰা আৰু লগতে আমাৰ বন বিভাগৰ ফালৰ পৰাও যদি তেখেতসকলক কিবা আগন্তুক দিনত সহযোগিতাৰ প্ৰয়োজন হয় নিশ্চিতভাৱে আমি আছো তাৰ বাবে সদায় আমি প্ৰস্তুত আছো আৰু আশা কৰো আকৌ এনেকৈ গছপুলি ৰোপণ তেওঁলোকে কাৰ্যসূচী হাতত ল'ব
Now, meanwhile, another step to preserve the green cover and protect the environment has been taken by a retired government official. Jogendranath Datta has been involved in planting about 2,000 saplings on both sides of the Narayanpur-Birpuria road. Now, Datta has been taking the initiative in a bid to increase the green cover in the area and also provide the cool shade of trees on both sides of the road to commuters.
বিশ্ব পৰিৱেশ যিটো দিৱস সেইটোৰ লগত সংগতি ৰাখি মই প্ৰকৃতিৰ যিটো ভাৰসাম্য হেৰাই গৈছে আজিকালি গছ নাই কিবা নাই মানুহে কয় যে গছ থাকিলে মানুহ থাকিব কিন্তু মানুহে গছ পুলি এটাও নোৰোৱে সেই উদ্দেশ্যে মই গছ পুলিবোৰ ৰুই মই মানে প্ৰকৃতিৰ ভাৰসাম্যটো মই ৰক্ষা কৰিব বিচাৰিছোঁ আৰু তাৰ লগে লগে গছ পুলিটো হোৱা আম গছ ৰুইছোঁ মই এতিয়া আম গছ দৰা দৰা লাগিছে এইবাৰ 20-25 জোপা লাগিছে অহাবাৰ হয়তো 50-100 জোপা লাগিব গতিকে এইবিলাক ল'ৰা ছোৱালী স্কুলৰ পৰা আহোঁতে যাওঁতে খাইছে বাতৰাবিলাকে খাইছে ভিক্ষাৰীয়ে খাইছে গতিকে সেইটো এটা মোৰ উদ্দেশ্য আজিকালি মানুহৰ ঘৰত আম গছ নাই গতিকে ইয়াতে আম এটা খাবলৈ পাব আচাৰ বনাব পাৰিব এইবোৰ উদ্দেশ্যে মই এই কামটো কৰিছোঁ
And on the occasion of World Environment Day, we bring to you this special story about an extraordinary effort by ordinary people. A nondescript village in Assam's Dibrugarh district has set an example by protecting and preserving hornbills in the area. Now, the Taporchali village near Moran consists of 300-odd people, most of which are farmers. But these people have set a unique example for preservation of hornbills, all under the leadership of one visionary man. Under 52-year-old Bharat Bora, the villagers are engaged in preservation of hornbills. Until date, Bora has rescued 23 injured and sick hornbills and set them free back into nature. Our colleague Ripunjoy Das caught up with Bharat Bora and got to know about his efforts for the preservation of hornbills. Well, Bora talked about his conservation efforts and how he and the villagers are working to make the area a safe haven for the endangered hornbill and other birds and animals.
We have with us the main architect of this entire conservation effort, Mr. Bora, who will be briefing us. You can see still with the picture that he still has a hornbill which was injured some days ago in his hand. Mr. Bora, how would you like to narrate your entire conservation effort? How did you start the entire thing?
হল মই এটা এনজিঅ'ত এটা হাঁহ পাইছিলোঁ সেই হাঁহটো কেনেকৈ ভাল কৰিব পাৰে এটা মই ব্যৱস্থা লৈছিলোঁ আজি 23 বছৰ আগৰ সেইটো তাৰপিছতে তেনেকৈ কৰি পানি মই লাষ্টত ভাবিলোঁ হাঁহটো ভাল হ'ল যেতিয়া মই লাহে লাহেকৈ আগবাঢ়ি গ'লোঁ আৰু প্ৰতিটো চৰাই এনজিঅ'ত যি জকোৱাত পৰি থাকে চৰাইবিলাক ক'ৰবাত কিবা এটা হয় সেইবিলাক নিজে চিন্তা চৰ্চা কৰি ভাল কৰাৰ চেষ্টা কৰিলোঁ আজিলৈকে মই 19টা ধনেশ পক্ষী ভাল কৰিলোঁ 3টা হাড়গিলা 2টা বৰটোকোলা আৰু বিভিন্ন পক্ষী মই ভাল কৰি আজি মই বিশেষ বহুত আনন্দ পাইছোঁ নিজে আনন্দ পাইছোঁ
Well, Bharat Bora also talked of his struggle while trying to make people aware towards preserving the environment and saving an endangered species like the hornbill. He said that he was met with opposition and some even tried to intimidate him. However, he persisted and today he has the support of his entire village in his endeavors.
এটা চ্যালেঞ্জ আছিল যে মই আলিবাটে যি গৈ থাকোঁ মই ধনেশ পক্ষী এনেকৈ শুশ্ৰূষা কৰোঁ বিভিন্ন পক্ষী শুশ্ৰূষা কৰোঁ মোক কি কৰে পিছফালৰ পৰা ফমুঠি মাৰিছিল যে সেইটো ধনেশ পক্ষী আহিছে সেইটো চৰাই আহিছে মাৰিব লাগে ইয়াক তেনেকৈ ফমুঠি মাৰিছিল কিন্তু মই এটা কথা চিন্তা কৰিলোঁ যে প্ৰথম কৰ্ম তাৰপিছতে ধৈৰ্য তাৰপিছতে তাৰ ফলাফল পোৱা যায় গতিকে এইখিনি মই আওকাণ কৰি নিজৰ কাম আগবাঢ়ি সদায় কাম নিজে কৰাম আগবাঢ়ি গ'লোঁ আগবাঢ়ি গৈ অৱশেষত মই ৰাইজে মোক আঁকোৱালি লৈছে আৰু অশেষ ভাল লাগিছে তেখেতলোকো মোৰ ক্ষেত্ৰতো আগবাঢ়ি আহিছে যথেষ্ট
Now, in spite of all the good work done by Bharat Bora and the villages of Teporchali for preserving the endangered hornbill, there has been no help from the government in this regard. While some local organizations and NGOs came forward to help him, some proper help from the authorities has never come by.
ফালৰ পৰা কোনো সহায় পোৱা নাই কিন্তু ৰাইজে কিছু আগবাঢ়ি আহিছে বিভিন্ন ঠাইৰ পৰা দেশী বিদেশী পৰ্যটকবিলাক আহিছে চাইছে আনন্দ লাগিছে নিজেও ভাল লাগিছে বহুত মানুহ লগ পাইছোঁ চিনা পৰিচয় হৈছোঁ কিন্তু চৰকাৰৰ ফালৰ পৰা এটা বস্তু দিছিল বিদেশী পৰ্যটকসকলৰ জিৰণি কথা বুলি সামান্য ঘৰ এটা দিছিল তাকো খেলি মেলি কৰিলে আৰু আধাৰুৱা হিচাপে ঘৰটো ৰাখি থ'লে এতিয়া বৰ্তমান
And meanwhile, one of Bharat Bora's aides in the preservation effort also talked of the struggles that they had to face and how they finally achieved their goal.
কনজাৰভেশ্যনৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত বা সংৰক্ষণৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত আমাৰ গোটেই গাঁৱৰ মানুহে যথেষ্ট সহায় কৰিছে। প্ৰথম অৱস্থাত ককাইদেউক যিখিনি অসুবিধাত পৰিছিলে, যে বহুতে মানে চিকাৰী আহে, চিকাৰ কৰিবলৈ আহে, ককাইদেৱে বাধা দিয়ে, বা গাঁৱৰ কোনোবা মানুহে, গাঁৱৰ এনেকুৱা মানুহ আছিলে যে আগতে মানুহবিলাকে চৰাই ধৰি খায়, কিন্তু ককাইদেৱে বহুত বুজালে, বহুত বুজাই মেলি তেওঁ যথেষ্ট অসুবিধা পাইছিলে, বহুত চেলেঞ্জত তেওঁ গুচি গ'ল আগবাঢ়ি, আৰু এতিয়া গাঁৱৰ প্ৰত্যেকজন ব্যক্তিয়ে সহায় কৰে।
And to mark the occasion of World Environment Day, the Chief Minister of Sikkim, Prem Singh Tamang Gole, today declared Blue Duke as the state butterfly of Sikkim. Now, the Blue Duke was selected as the state butterfly based on an online polling and recommendation of an expert committee constituted by the Forest Department. Blue Duke falls in the Schedule 2 of the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972 and is highly protected species of butterfly in the Himalayas. Well, meanwhile, there are around 700 species of butterflies in Sikkim. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today informed that India has achieved the target of 10% ethanol blending in petrol 5 months before the deadline. Now, the Prime Minister made this announcement during a program on the Save Soil movement, which coincided with World Environment Day. Explaining the benefits behind achieving this goal, Prime Minister Modi said it has led to reduction of 27 lakh tons of carbon emissions and saved foreign exchange worth rupees 41,000 crore.
आप सभी को, पूरे विश्व को विश्व पर्यावरण दिवस की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। सदगुरु और ईशा फाउंडेशन भी आज बधाई के पात्र है। मार्च में उनकी संस्था ने सेव सॉइल अभियान की शुरुआत की थी। 27 देशों से होते हुए उनकी यात्रा और 75वें दिन यहां पहुंची है। आज जब देश अपनी आजादी के 75वें वर्ष का पर्व मना रहा है, इस अमृत काल में नए संकल्प ले रहा है, तो इस तरह के जन अभियान बहुत अहम हो जाते हैं। साथियों, मुझे संतोष है कि देश में पिछले 8 साल में जो योजनाएं चल रही हैं, जो भी प्रोग्राम चल रहे हैं, सभी में किसी न किसी रूप से पर्यावरण संरक्षण का आग्रह है। स्वच्छ भारत मिशन हो या वेस्ट टू वेल्थ से जुड़े कार्यक्रम, अमृत मिशन के तहत शहरों में आधुनिक सीवेज ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट्स का निर्माण हो या फिर सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक से मुक्ति का अभियान, या नमामि गंगे के तहत गंगा स्वच्छता का अभियान, वन सन वन ग्रिड सोलर एनर्जी पर फोकस हो या इथेनॉल के उत्पादन और ब्लेंडिंग दोनों में वृद्धि, पर्यावरण रक्षा के भारत के प्रयास बहुआयामी रहे हैं। और भारत ये प्रयास तब तक कर रहा है जब दुनिया ने, आज जो क्लाइमेट के लिए दुनिया परेशान है, उस बर्बादी में हम लोगों की भूमिका नहीं है, हिंदुस्तान की भूमिका नहीं है।
And with that, we'll take a very short break. I'll be back in a bit.
Northeast Live, the most viewed news channel in the region. On YouTube, unmatched coverage.
Introducing the new Suzuki Avenus, the sportiest, zippiest ride in town that's loaded with next generation GPS navigation.
নতুন মিউজিক ডাইরেক্টর রোহানে এতিয়ালৈকে মিউজিক পঠোৱা নাই।
I've got it. The new Suzuki Avenus. More zip for trip.
Himalaya Purified Neem Face Wash. এও এক্সপার্ট কেনে কই?
এটো ক্লিনিক্যালি প্রুভেন হয় যে ইয়াৰ আছে নিম আৰু হালধিৰ এন্টিব্যাকটেৰিয়েল গুণ যি পিম্পল আটল কৰে আৰু স্কিন কৰি তোলে একেবাৰে হেলদি।
বাহ!
Himalaya Purifying Neem Face Wash. Pimple free, healthy skin or expert.
Evening Prime, the prime time news at 7. Now, in a whole new look. Only on Northeast Live. Your station, your voice.
Northeast Live every weekend talk show on upcoming and hidden talents from Northeast and beyond. Watch Showtime with me, Aaron Lingdor, only on Northeast Live. Watch Showtime with me, Aaron Lingdor, every Sunday at 8 p.m. Repeat at 10 p.m. And welcome back, viewers, and thank you for staying on. Now, a powerful IED blast rocked Imphal early in the morning today. And as per inputs, the blast occurred outside the Little Flower School in Imphal. Now, the IED was planted at the entrance of the school. Now, these are the exclusive visuals coming in from the blast site. Now, meanwhile, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh has condemned the incident and said stern action and punishment as per law will be given to the perpetrators. Chief Minister Biren Singh also said that the government will spare no efforts in nabbing the culprits.
Adum katukaran tauba kari hani paisa nungsagi demand tauba khotpa macha masu khara lai ado akoi government na akoi yam kan yengi adagi politically man ba posu lai but government na chapchaba section thorang la khola kanda mari leina ba sing ain chapchaba the nipi na ba fana na ba ngarang so ani fare ado akoi phaba lepoi ain gi matung in action lokot bole poi hoi intelligence failure gum kring ma leibadagi hana pokhai ba gum du khoda nungai ba phawi ma matung thok ba.
Giant Himalayan lilies blooming in full grace on the Hudu range in Senapati district's Liai Khulen village has brought in tourists from various places, including neighboring states. The giant Himalayan lily, locally known as Bevoli, grows to a height of 8 feet and blooms for around 2 weeks. The lily emits a lovely fragrance, drawing visitors from various places. Well, reportedly, people started to visit the hill range only 4 to 5 years ago. Well, this season, over 500 visitors have visited the village to get a glimpse of the flower, as well as smell the lovely fragrance emitted from it. Well, Liai Khulen village is also known as the biggest Pomai Naga village in Senapati district. The village has 5,445 voters with over 13,000 population. Now, apart from the giant Himalayan lily, the village also has different important historical places in the village. Well, there are 2 huge banyan trees which the villagers call the soul of the villagers. Researchers who had visited the place dated the trees to older than 2,000 years. Well, the village is also known as the origin of the mighty Barak River, which flows through Senapati district, then into Nagaland, and Assam before merging with the Brahmaputra in Bangladesh and empties out in the Bay of Bengal. Lei Khulen is also well known across the region for producing fine handicrafts, including bands and baskets. And moving on now, an Indo-Tibetan border police team of mountaineers successfully completed scaling the Mount Abi Gamin Peak, which has an elevation of 24,131 feet. Now, the ITBP mountaineers chanted Badri Vishal Ki Jai, following by Mount Abi Gamin Ki Jai after reaching the summit. Well, it should be mentioned here that the Indo-Tibetan Border Police holds the unique distinction of successfully completing more than 230 mountaineering expeditions. Now, the team of mountaineers later held the Indian national flag at the summit to celebrate the victory. Well, last year on October 9th, the Indo-Tibetan Border Police and the Ladakh Police successfully completed scaling two unnamed 6,000-meter mountains in eastern Ladakh. Now, the ITBP was formed in 1962 amid the Indo-Chinese War and has recorded more than 223 successful mountaineering expeditions, which is a sensational record. And on to an international update. US President Joe Biden was rushed to a safe house in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, after a plane violated the airspace above the vacation home he owns in the small seaside town. Biden's motorcade rushed away from his house toward a nearby fire station where an SUV with the president inside drove inside the building, and the Secret Service began clearing the area as per media reports. Now, a White House official stated that a small private plane entered restricted airspace. All indications are by mistake and precautionary measures were taken. There was no threat to the president or his family. And according to the official, President Biden and the First Lady were evacuated and were later taken back to their residence. Now, Anthony Guglielmi, Chief of Communications for the United States Secret Service, said the aircraft was immediately escorted out of the restricted airspace. Preliminary investigation reveals the pilot was not on the proper radio channel and was not following the notice to airmen protocols that had been filed and was not following published flight guidance. Now, the United States Secret Service will be interviewing the pilot. Precautionary security measures were taken, but there was no significant threat to the protectee. Well, earlier in August 2017, an unarmed Russian Air Force jet flew over the US Capitol, the Pentagon, CIA headquarters, and Joint Base Andrews at low altitude. Now, the flight was part of the Treaty on Open Skies, which allows military aircraft from the US and Russia and other nations to fly aerial observation flights to observe military sites of the 34 signatory nations. While citing law enforcement sources, CNN had reported that the plane also overflew Camp David, the presidential retreat in the Katotin Mountains, the Trump National Golf Course in Virginia, and Mount Weather, one of the US government's secret relocation bunkers. Now, Kolkata police has released a detailed autopsy report on Saturday regarding the death of singer Krishna Kumar Kunoth, popularly known as KK. Well, the singer died on Tuesday, May the 31st, after performing for a crowd of thousands in Kolkata. Now, according to the preliminary autopsy report, the singer suffered a massive heart attack hours after the performance. Now, according to sources, KK had pain in his arms and was low on energy before the concert. And the police report stated, considering the findings, it is suggested that death occurred following the effects of hypoxia following acute cardiogenic pulmonary edema caused due to pathological condition of the heart associated with subarachnoid hemorrhage. Now, hypoxia occurs when enough oxygen is not available in the tissues. Now, this can be caused by inadequate oxygen delivery to the tissues due to low blood supply or low oxygen content in the blood. Now, the reason for the occurrence of the cardiogenetic pulmonary edema is usually congestive heart failure. Now, this means that KK's heart couldn't pump out enough of the blood it was receiving from the lungs. So this results in increased pressure in the heart, leading to a heart attack. Now, the pathological condition of KK's heart was also a factor, says the autopsy report. The autopsy report also gave detailed information on late KK's heart condition. Well, subpericardial fat surrounding the heart was increased, said the autopsy report. Now, the 22nd edition of the International Indian Film Academy, the IFA Awards, was held in Abu Dhabi on the first weekend of June 2022, with the IFA Rocks event held on Friday, the 3rd of June, and the main awards night on Saturday. Various Bollywood celebrities such as Salman Khan, Shahid Kapoor, Vicky Kaushal, Kriti Sanon, Abhishek Bachchan, Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, Ananya Pandey, Sara Ali Khan, A.R. Rahman, Tiger Shroff, Nora Fatehi, Yo-Yo Honey Singh, Pankaj Tripathi, and others attended the gala event. Now, the 2021 biographical war film Shresha, based on the life of Captain Vikram Batra, was awarded the Best Picture, and Vishnu Varadhan was awarded the Best Director for the same film. Now, Vicky Kaushal and Kriti Sanon took the Best Actor and Best Actress trophies for their incredible performances in Sardar Udham and Mimi, respectively. And with that story, we end the bulletin. I'm Aaron Lingdo. News and updates continues.
Northeast Live, the most viewed news channel in the region. On YouTube, unmatched coverage.